Hey guys, I hope y'all are having a great day. This is Crypto Goshen again. You know what? I was thinking the other day that probably need to make a video and really impress upon the viewers about the magic of compound interest. Uh, just like you guys, I didn't really fully understand the magnitude of what it meant to be in an investment that allows you to compound your returns and didn't realize how great the numbers become over a short period of time when you start leveraging platforms that allow you to compound your return. So part of what I wanted to do today is to just give you another glimpse into the power and the magic of compound interest. As you guys know, Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And I certainly agree with that as I have gotten myself more acclimated to what it means and how it works. I'm just amazed that I have been derelict in my understanding relative to compound interest. And one of the beauties of what we have before us today in the financial world is crypto. And crypto actually allows you to exponentially grow your returns versus the legacy financial system. And if you can add some compound interest components to it, you can make even more money. So, part of what I want to do today is to just go through a handful of examples to really explain how powerful compound interest is so that you guys can understand what you have before you, and then talk about a handful of the crypto platforms that allow you to do and make compound interest, some that are really risky and some that are not as risky. And as you guys know, this goes without saying, I am not a financial advisor. What I am about to show and talk about is all about my own personal experience and my journey in not only crypto investing, but investing writ large. So, with that being said, certainly you should do your own research regarding anything I talk about, and then ultimately make a decision that is suitable to your risk tolerance. So, let me just start off. We've talked about this site in the past. This is a third party site that anybody can access. It's the calculatorsite.com. I'll make sure I add the link in the description of this particular video. But it allows you to literally see the power of compound interest based on whatever investment you're in. So we're going to start with one of the investments. I mean, on the crypto front is Novatech, which typically pays out on average 3% a week. It pays it out every Friday, and obviously 3% a week equates to 12% a month. So let's start off just looking at what you can do with the platform if you choose to compound, called Novatech, and let's take a look as to what the numbers will look like. So let's say if you started off with $5,000, and again, Novatech is paying 3% every week. And then let's say you're going to hold it for 2 years. As I have stated on previous videos, Novatech for me is a crypto savings account. It's like a crypto hedge fund. Is exactly what it is. It's a crypto hedge fund that allows you to make an investment, and then you get paid weekly profits off that investment. And so I'm looking at this as a long-term crypto savings account. So we're going to do 2 years out, and you guys know 2 years out will be here before we know it. So we're not talking about an extended period of time. So I got my 2 years in here, and then on the compound interval, being that Novatech pays weekly profits off your deposit of on average about 3%, I'm gonna change this to weekly compounding. So I'm putting in $5,000 in this platform that's paying me 3% a week, and I'm gonna compound those profits I get every Friday. And let's see what the numbers look like. I'm not going to make any additional deposits. So I'm going to click on the calculate button. Let me see what makes. It'd be great if I put the two in for the 2 years, and then I'll click on the calculate button, and you'll see. So by just investing $5,000 one time, and if I were to compound those weekly profits every Friday over a 2 year period, I would have $108,000, which is pretty awesome. And as I scroll down, and they give you a breakdown as to how those numbers add up. So the initial investment is 5,000. the first month worth of compound interest would be $683. So this 683 gets added to the balance. So the next month you're going to be making your interest, your compound interest off of $5,683.27, and that equates to $776.64. Now this gets added to that. Now you're going to be making the next month's interest off $6,459.90, and so forth and so on. And as you will see, as I scroll down, month number 12, so a year into the platform, that $5,000 initial investment is going to net you every month roughly $2,800 a month. Your balance now is $23,254, and as this balance increases, obviously you're getting your 3% on average again off the balance or your deposit, and you see your actual interest that you're making increases as well. And as I scroll down, month number 24, we did a 2-year compound, and now you're literally making $13,000 a month in interest, while you still have your, not only your initial investment at $5,000, but that initial investment has grown down to $108,000 roughly, which is pretty powerful. So a couple takeaways here. Remember, we talked about on a previous video about the rule of 72 relative to investing. And basically what that means is you take the number 72, you divide it by whatever interest rate you're getting on your investment. We've talked about here that Novatech on average has paid out about 3% a week, which equates to 12% a month. So in order for you to get some sense as to how quickly you can double your investment, you take the number 72, you divide it in this case by 12, which is 12% that you're getting a month. And that's going to let you know how quickly your initial investment will double. So let's say if you put in $5,000 roughly, you take 72, the number 72, divided by 12, that is 6. So in about 6 months in, your $5,000 should have doubled. So this $5,000 that we did up here, an initial investment, the rule of 72 says you take 72, you divide it by what your interest rate is. Again, we pretty much said you're making 12% on average a month. So 72 divided by 12 again is 6. So it's roughly saying that under this scenario, in 6 months, you should see, based on what your interest rate is, a doubling of your initial investment. So as you scroll down here, you'll see month number 6, your $5,000 now has grown well over double what you put in, $10,782 roughly. And this works with any investment. Let's show $1,000, right? Let's say you start off with $1,000, which is, that works as well. If you did $1,000, so in 6 months, based on the rule of 72 and how much interest you're getting paid, 12% a month in 6 months, you should have well over $2,000. Voila. It's magic. Again, it's the magic. That's why they call it the magic of compound interest. And let's get more aggressive with the numbers. Some of you are sitting on a lot of cash, and you can actually afford to lose some if need be. We don't want to lose anything, but I always tell people with crypto investing, you should only invest that which you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose it, you should not invest it. It's that simple. So let's say you got $10,000, right? Rule of 72 says you take the number 72, you divide it by the interest rate you're making, in this case a month, 12. That's so the 10,000 should in 6 months be well over $20,000. Well, let me, one thing I did do, let me click on calculate and go down here, 6 months, voila, $21,500. And let's get even more aggressive, right? I know some of you guys are sitting on a ton of cash out there. So let's go $50,000. Just think about this now, $50,000. Y'all know the drill. So you're telling me, Crypto Goshen, that in 6 months, my $50,000, if I compounded those dollars for 6 months, it should be over $100,000. That's precisely what I'm telling you. And that's what the numbers are going to show you as well. 6 months in, you put 50,000 in, compound every week for 6 months. Now you have doubled that 50,000 and made it over $107,000. phenomenal. So that's why I'm a big fan of Novatech. Again, I'll put my link in the description for those who are interested in joining it. I look at it again as a crypto savings account, but it is a powerful platform. Now, let's get more risky relative to some of these crypto platforms and what you could potentially make. Another one out there, which I love a lot, is Drip, the Drip faucet. So let's say you got 5,000 in Drip. Now, Drip actually pays out 1% on average, not average, but it pays out 1% daily, as noted on their website. I'll have a link in the description below relative to the Drip faucet as well. And so let's say you put $5,000 in and you are making 1% daily. And you're going to do that for, we'll leave it at 2 years. Now, unlike Novatech, Drip is a cryptocurrency, so which means the price of Drip goes up and down. So what I'm going to show you, we're going to assume under this scenario is that the price is stable, right? Let's say you bought it at roughly $7. I think that's where it is today, Thursday, September 22nd. And let's say it stays at $7 roughly for 2 years. And we're going to click on calculate and look at these numbers. So let me go back up. 5,000 you've invested. You're making 1% daily. You're going to compound for 2 years. Matter of fact, let me pull that back some because that's a little overwhelming for some. Let me change that to 1 year, and then you're going to compound once a week, right? So we're going to recalculate that, and so now your $5,000, and you've only compounded for 1 year, has become $170,000. And the reason why this number is so much higher than what we showed with Novatech is because you're now making 1% a day, which equates to 30% a month versus the 12% a month that Novatech pays. Novatech has been around for about 3.5 years. Drip has been around for about 1.5 years. So part of what you want to do as you are investing, you want to diversify your investment. So you want to be in some platforms that are less risky than others. You certainly want to buy individual cryptos as well. We're in a bear market, as we talked about on previous videos. We will eventually come out of the bear market. Nobody can tell you when, but while we go through this bear market, as I have expressed on previous videos, there are opportunities for each of us to make some really good passive income as we're going through a bear market. So going back to the Drip numbers here, so you put in 5,000, you're making 1% a day that you've compounded for a year, and just look at these numbers, right? You get 12 months in, you're making now interest $43,000 a month. So you could literally stop after 12 months. Heck, you can actually stop. Let's go back to, you can stop at 7 months where you're now making roughly $10,000 a month in interest based on the compounding you have been doing and making that 1% a day. So again, just wanted to show you guys the power of the numbers, the power of compound interest, and hopefully that'll put you in a position where you can at least decide to get your feet wet, right? You put your feet in the water, you step out there, you get those feet wet so that you can start seeing the magic of the numbers, right? And whatever platform you choose to invest in. I'm going to take this one step further. Obviously, as I've stated on my previous videos, one of my favorite passive income platforms in crypto right now is StableFund. As you guys know, StableFund pays out 1.5% a day. And unlike Drip, which is a cryptocurrency where its price goes up and down, StableFund allows you to put in a stable coin called BUSD, which is the stable coin for the Binance Smart Chain. And that stable coin is pegged to the dollar. And so it remains stable. It never goes up or down. So if you put in $5,000 in BUSD, that's literally $5,000 for the most part in USD. You can actually swap them for such. So it doesn't go up and down. And so that's why most people opt to use BUSD as the cryptocurrency of choice, as opposed to the two others that they allow, which is Matic and BNB. So let's look at what the numbers look like with if you're in StableFund. So you got $5,000 in. you're making 1.5% a day. And I'm going to be even more conservative here because, again, 1.5% a day equates to 45% a month, which is crazy good, right? And now let's do this for 6 months. Well, let's do 8 months. We're going to do 8 months. And let's say we're going to end up compounding once a week. So at the end of a week, we're going to take the profits that we would have been getting, the 1.5% daily. After a week's worth of that, we're going to basically redeposit it and compound it. I'm going to click on calculate and look at these numbers. So in 8 months, we did 8 months, not a year. Initially thought about doing 6 months. So after you have put in $5,000 in your initial deposit, and let's say for 8 months straight, you just recompounded once a week for 8 months. Now that $5,000 is a whopping $160,000, which is phenomenal. Now let me scroll down here. You'll see what these numbers actually look like. So your 5,000. The next month is going to be 7,700. After that, right at 12,000 and 18 and 28, 43, all the way down to 160,000. And here's one of the beauties, again, of being able to leverage a platform that allows you to compound your profits, like Stable Fund, like Novatech, right? Like Drip to a certain degree. Again, Drip is a little different because Drip itself is its own cryptocurrency. Anyway, let's say if you got into month number 4, you put in $5,000. You said, man, I got my $5,000 in. I'm making roughly $10,000 a month in interest. You could literally say, that's good enough for me. I'm not compounding anymore. I have roughly $18,371 in my account, where you're going to start making that $9,977 in interest a month. You can just say, that's all I want. So going forward, you would literally be in a position where you would make that $9,977 a month off this $18,000 without making any additional investment or without having a compound at all again. So again, there are many ways you can actually approach this, but part of what I'm trying to do today is to really show the power of the numbers, really show the magic of compound interest, and then obviously to also let you guys know that there are crypto platforms that you can leverage today where you can start to see your deposit and or investment exponentially grow. I hope you've enjoyed the content of this video. If you did, if you would just do me a favor, if you would smash that like button for me. If you have any questions relative to anything that you've heard me say, any perspective you want to share with me or any insight, please leave those in the comments. And if you are not a subscriber, I would ask that you consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your time. I look forward to catching up with you guys on the next video. And have a blessed day. Bye-bye.